Good morning students. Today we will study about few more interesting topics related to the chapter reproductive health. So first of all, we'll start this video lesson with the topic MTP, that is known as medical termination of pregnancy. The intentional or voluntary termination of pregnancy is known as medical termination of pregnancy or induced abortion. 45 to 50 millions MTP per year are done worldwide. Though this method helps in decreasing the population, but it is not meant to decrease the population. Government of India legalized this method in 1971 with strict restriction to check the indiscriminate and illegal female feticide. But the acceptance or legalization of this method is under debate right now because of the emotional, ethical and religious social issues. MTP is a method to get rid of unwanted pregnancy due to unprotected intercourse, failure of contraceptives, in case of rapes, pregnancy which may be fatal to the mother or the fetus. This method is safe within first trimester or 12 weeks of the pregnancy. After that, the abortion is riskier. It is illegal to be done by unqualified doctors, those who say that they have the degree to do the MTP or they possess the degree to do the MTP, but they actually do not. In that case, a person or a couple required a counseling. It is also used and commonly seen in case of the female feticide when the amniocentesis is done to check or to test the fetal sex. Next is sexually transmitted diseases, which is commonly known as STDs. The diseases or infection which are transmitted through sexual intercourse are called sexually transmitted diseases or venereal diseases or reproductive tract infections. The example for STDs, some of the STDs are gonorrhea, syphilis, genital herpes, chlamydiasis, genital wart, trichomoniasis, hepatitis B and HIV. The mode of transmission for hepatitis B and HIV are as follows. Number 1, sexual contact with infected person. Second is sharing of infection or infected needles. Third is sharing the unsterilized surgical instrument which is not previously sterilized. Transfusion of blood from infected person to the healthy person, and of course from the infected mother to the fetus. Except hepatitis B, genital herpes and HIV infections, other are curable. Symptoms for sexually transmitted diseases are as follows: itching, fluid discharge, slight pain, swelling in the genital region. Usually STD remain asymptomatic in female and remains undetected for long duration of time. In the later stage, it may lead to the pelvic inflammatory diseases, PID, abortion, stillbirth, ectopic pregnancy, infertility, or even causes cancer of the reproductive tract. Now, how can we prevent from sexually transmitted diseases? First is to avoid sex with unknown partners or multiple partners. Always using condoms during the coitus, which is a barrier method for birth control. Third is, in case of doubt, consult a doctor for early detection. And getting complete treatment for diagnosed disease. That means if the disease is diagnosed, try to complete and get the complete treatment to cure that disease. Infertility. The couple unable to produce children in spite of unprotected sex is due to infertility. This problem of infertility may occur in female as well as in male also. The reason for infertility may be physical, congenital, diseases, taking of so much of drugs, immunological, or even at times psychological. But irony of our Indian culture is that females are always blamed for not giving birth to the child. Specialized healthcare units like infertility clinics are also established worldwide to diagnose and to provide the corrective treatment so that these infertile couple may have child. When treatments are not enough, couples are assisted with techniques generally called as assisted reproductive technologies or ART. The first method to control the infertility is IVF or ET, which is known as in vitro fertilization followed by embryo transfer. It is generally known as test tube baby. In this process, fertilization takes place outside and embryo is transferred into the uterus of female. Female is induced to produce multiple egg or ova with the help of hormonal injections. Egg is then collected from the wife or the donor and sperm is collected from the husband or donor. Both the sperm as well as the ovum are incubated in culture medium in the laboratory. That is why it is known as in vitro fertilization. And after the fertilization, zygote is formed. This zygote is then transferred to the uterus of wife, which lead to the implantation and pregnancy continues. The transfer of zygote take place by two ways. One is ZIFT and second is IUD. ZIFT is zygote intrafallopian transfer, which state that zygote or embryo with 8 blastomere transfer into the fallopian tube. That means when the zygote start dividing and become the embryo of 8 cell stage, then it is transferred into the fallopian tube. Second is IUT, intrauterine transfer, in which the embryo is transferred at 32 cell stage and directly to the uterus. So in ZIFT, the embryo is transferred into the fallopian tube, and in IUT, embryo is transferred directly into the uterus. Second is GIFT, that is gamete intrafallopian transfer. In this process, ovum is collected from the donor and transferred to the female who cannot produce the ovum but can provide the suitable environment for fertilization. In this process, sperm and ovum are first washed and then transferred to the ampulla of fallopian tube with the help of laparoscope, where the fertilization and further division take place. This process is helpful when fimbriae of the fallopian tube fail to capture ovum and female having the sperm antibody in their cervical section. Third is intracytoplasmic sperm injection, or known as ICSI. In this process, sperm is directly injected into the ovum in culture medium. Zygote or embryo is then transferred to the fallopian tube or uterus. Fourth and last process is artificial insemination. It is useful in case when male partner is unable to inseminate the female or having a very low sperm count, which is scientifically known as oligospermia. Semen of the male partner or donor is collected, concentrated and introduced into the vagina or uterus of the female and known as intrauterine insemination, IUI. Though these infertility methods are very useful in case of the infertile couple, those who want to have a baby, but there are few drawbacks also. These techniques are not possible with female having a damaged uterine wall, because the implantation has to take place into the uterus only, and if the uterus wall is damaged, the implantation will not be continued. Second is, it also requires high precision, specialized professional, and hence it is the expensive method. So it is available in very few centers and very few people. It also raised the several ethical, emotional, religious and moral issues in the society.